Hi, I'm Isabella Lon. We're here at South by Southwest, and this is Susannah Joffe. Hi! And this is going to be our artist to artist talk, so I'm really excited to interview you. I feel like you are more than just the music. You've created such a visual identity with you and your sound, and
Thank you.
I kind of want to explore that with you here today.
Yeah, let's do it.
Perfect. Okay, so like one thing that I really love is you have this such like ethereal and almost like dreamlike quality to your music. How have you developed that sound and kind of listened to your gut to kind of
Yeah.
stay authentic to who you
Oh,
are?
girl, you were asking like the hardest fucking question of all time. It's like I think I'm so paranoid about not be like about pretending to be something.
Yeah.
I have OCD, so I don't know if it's like in that. It feels like it's in that part of my brain. Like I'm like so constantly searching for like what feels like the most honest sound, like honest style, etc., etc. And I think just the more and more that I'm making music and keep chugging away at it, I'm like slowly like
it's easier.
yeah, I'm like hammering away until I get like to the gem of like what is the most authentic sound.
Yeah.
And I think for me it feels really bad to be inauthentic. I sound like so annoying right now, but
No,
it's true. But it is
true.
true. It is true. Like it just doesn't. It feels terrible. So
Yeah.
I yeah, and I feel like also like hindsight's 2020. There's a lot of songs that like in the moment they feel real authentic, and then like who I am a year later, it's not that. So I hope that answers.
No, that does answer the question. And like you've kind of created this visual storytelling with your aesthetic and kind of even with different songs and that you've created. I feel like
Yeah.
you kind of go through different storylines of yourself. Do you get inspired by films or music that kind of creates that persona and image you're kind of creating?
I'm definitely like very image based. Like I spend so much time on Pinterest that it's like really scary. I just set like I just set like a screen like block whatever that's called to like make me like I spend so much time on there. But I'm also just like I have so many I went to film school, so it's like even before that I've always like been a very visual person, and I have so many images in my head that I'll just be writing a song and be like, oh my god, like this song would pair so well with X image. And I have a like running note list of like every single image that pops in my head that I usually like will look back on. I have like a Google Doc with like every thought gets written down. Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, that's like that's what makes I think you such an interesting artist. Like I feel like when I first discovered you, I fell in love with how your image and your sound kind of work so cohesively together.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I remember a few years back someone told me, they were like someone in the industry was like, your sound and your like style doesn't make any sense together. And I was like,
well, you proved
shit.
that wrong.
I feel like I do feel like they've slowly merged a little bit more, and I feel like in a really good place now, and like it all feels like so fun. Like it feels great.
Do you ever feel pressured? Because I like on your, you went from going for like a more cooler toned aesthetic to then more warmer tones with like Texas Baby with the pinks and the blues. Do you ever feel this creative pressure to kind of change it up all the time, or do you get excited by experimenting?
I honestly feel pressure to not change it up. Like I feel pressure to be like really, really, really consistent across the board in terms of like the production of every song, the mixing of every song, the lyricism, the styling, the visuals, the colors, etc. But I'm just like I love to play. Like I love to play and experiment and have fun. And like I'm just like really just like when I'm in the studio, when I'm on set, I'm like I want to have as much fun as possible, and my taste is constantly evolving. Also, like I feel like I listen to all types of things, I watch all types of things. So like we just shot a music video a few days ago, and it looked great, by the way. I loved it. Thank you.
Yeah.
But like the new stuff that I'm working on is even different from the Texas Baby video. Like it has more cooler tones and a lot like edgier themes, etc. So always evolving.
That's amazing. That's really cool. And like I think one thing, like, did you always grow up with this kind of innate taste and creative vision, or do you think it's kind of built over time? Because I think it's hard for artists, especially you being so boundary pushing. It's hard to listen to our creative voice because sometimes it's overwhelming and scary.
I think like as a kid, me and my childhood best friends, who are still my best friends to this day, we were like for the talent show we would choreograph a really like weird avant-garde dance while like some of us would be singing, some of us would be dancing with like weird tutus and weird makeup. Like we were always doing like it's like I've been doing some variation of this since I was a kid, but I think it took me a long time to be able to trust that creative voice and not like put it down or question it, and really like listen to my gut. I think I did it really like finally learn that lesson. Honestly, I got coffee with Samia or drinks with Samia a few weeks ago, and I was basically talking about struggling with that, and she just gave me the best advice. And I feel like I'm finally at a place where I'm like I understand what it is to trust your gut creatively. But it took this long.
It takes time too because you're also growing as a person separate from the art, and that definitely will show through your art. You know
that is like I've definitely gotten like hate comments before. People were like, "Your aesthetic used to be this, and now it's this." Like that's so fake, and I'm like, I'm just like going with the internal vibe.
Yeah. And those that understand you and your craft will follow.
Yeah.
You know, and that's important. Also, like, so you just came off a big opening tour with King Princess.
Yeah.
How was that for you? How was experiencing
It was
that?
crazy. I've like never cried on stage before, and at the London show, I like really cried on stage.
Oh, wait. That's amazing.
So it was a really emotional experience for me. I didn't think that I was going to be playing shows abroad for years, honestly. Like, I feel like everyone kind of told me, you know, it's not going to happen for a while. And to have that opportunity was just like, I remember when my managers called me, I literally started jumping around my house. Like, I went to each room in my house and just jumping up and down.
That's beautiful. I mean, it's nothing more exciting too because, like, you get to travel the world and do what you love.
Yeah, no, dude.
It's the best
fucking
recipe.
awesome. Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, to all the artists out there, since this is our artist to artist talk, what do you want to leave them with a piece of advice for those that want to, you know, pursue this dream just like you are?
I always give the same advice because people, you know, young creative kids will reach out to me and DM me asking for advice, and I really like truly believe the best piece of advice is be consistent and be consistent with release a song even if you think it sounds like shit, and keep releasing songs like every 2 months. Just like be consistent, post like the whole internet marketing. It's obviously very frustrating, but like be consistent, post all the time. If it flops, it's fine. I flop every day, and like gap. Like I do not give a fuck. Like you just have to like ride the wave and not take anything too seriously and just like be consistent.
That's amazing. Susannah Joffe, everyone. Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
yeah, and follow along for more artist to artist talks.